Thane? Wait, his eyes turning crimson. Oh my, Thane!
Parents strongly caution the following programs are intended for mature audiences over the age of 18. These programs may contain some material that many parents would not find suitable for children and may include intense violence, sexual situations, coarse language, and suggestive dialogue.
Okay, so I'm back at this point. Yeah, I kind of basically started over because I realized, like, yeah, I finished the game and I did see things cutscenes, right? But it wasn't really romantic because I think maxing out our shim kind of locked me out of experiencing a romance with him. And I am gonna soul bond with him this time, so it'll be different. I said if I was gonna go for Thane, I might as well go all the way. So in this, our shim kind of hates me because I didn't try to tell him the truth at all, and that hurts my feelings. Not kind of hates me. I have like no hearts with him right now.
A few moments later.
He said thick, taller, cuter, fitter, and more teeth. Thane. Ah! Excuse you, Red. I can see the other parts, but cuter? I'm not only a lovable bottom of this group. Oh. Your self-awareness always astounds me, Quill. Thane? Wait, his eyes turning crimson. Oh my, Thane! Hey! Before you could react, Thane leaned forward. He reached out to Fia's bloody hand and then licked her ferociously. His mouth opened wide, revealing all his 4 canines before Fia quickly retracted her hand in disgust. What do you think you're doing? That, I didn't mean to. Shit. Thane fled the scene as you and those around you gawked at him. Citizens flinched back in fear as if a wild animal just ran past them. What the fuck was that about? I'm not sure. Honestly, Red never lost control like that before. What in the blazes? Should we go after him? You're going to leave me? Oh, Fia pleaded, her hands clutching tightly on your shirt, staining it with blotches of red stains. Her lips trembled as she clearly wanted you to stay. Oh no, Fia! I'm so sorry, but I want to see the sea with Thane. Oh no! Head back to the dorms and shower, Fia. Quill will take you. What? But you would never... What's going on? I'm just worried about Thane, that's all. Since when are you more worried about him than me? Since you're not my actual sister was what I wanted to say, but you held your tongue knowing fully well now was not the time to utter such things. Oh my gosh. You'll be fine. I'm worried about Thane, okay? What if he loses control and bites someone? Quill, take care of her, okay? Alright, come on, darling. I feel so bad! Reluctantly, Fia stood up as Quill took his shirt off and covered her with that. Fia gave you one final disappointed glance before heading towards the door, head hanging low. Oh my gosh. You felt bad, but you meant what you said about Thane just now. Something was off ever since he drank your blood. You ran off, hoping to catch Thane still somewhere in town. While searching for Thane, which area would you check out first? I think we should go near the pubs, right? Yeah, I believe that's the correct answer. You eventually spotted Thane sitting alone on a bench with his head in his hands. Control yourself. You're not a beast. Don't let the blood sway you. I'm not a vile blood. I'm not. Thane? Get back! Thane's scream froze you in place. You never heard the redhead shout so fiercely before. What's going on? Are you okay? You shouldn't be near me right now, Palmier. I might bite you. Are you thirsty? I mean, if you are, you don't understand. I don't just want to bite you. I want to rip your clothes off with my teeth and scatter them into confetti. Oh. Pin you down and get you hot and heavy before sucking the blood dry, right? Off your swollen... Whoa! Okay, I get it. I'm a vampire's wet dream. Please stop before the children hear. Whoa! As you said that, you did spot 1 or 2 children from Leonard running around in the distance. It was too far from to hear or properly see anything, but who knew you'd rather be safe than sorry? Sorry. Fuck. Thane started to bite into his own hand in frustration. Oh, clearly not handling the situation well. Seeing him so desperate, I don't have a potion for him! Oh, this was so stupid. Okay, well, our only option is to keep approaching. Feeling brave, slightly moronic, you decide to stride towards Thane, planting yourself right next to him despite his clear protest. What are you doing? I'm not letting you suffer through this alone. I was an addict once. I know how it feels. Well, I don't know if we can call this addict behavior, but I don't know, maybe. An addict? No, this is way beyond that, Palmier. Yeah, I'm like, this is my predatory instincts. I might actually kill you, but you won't. Right? You held Thane's hand as he took deep breaths. After what seemed like an hour of silence, he finally calmed down, the crimson in his eyes fading to a bright brown. Better? Just about. What happened back there? Instincts, the blood, it was singing to me. Even now I can hear the loud thrum of your blood rushing through your veins. It's enticing. What's that? It's a saying my mother used to chant in our native tongue. Paraphrasing it basically means don't let the beast win. The beast? You probably haven't seen it yet, but vampires actually have another form similar to werewolves. Think hairless bats, then shaggy furballs. I don't like the sound of that. Neither do we. Our bones would elongate, and multiple sharp fangs would protrude from our skin, forming multiple set of functioning mouths. Our wings would be fully exposed, and our tailbone would extend outwards, ripping through the skin, forming a hairless tail of sorts. Oh, it's a nightmare. And that's the real you? I know you're not from here, so I'll let that comment slide from now. But if you ever say that to me again, I will bleed you dry. Despite the smile plastered on his face, it was clear that he was not joking. Cross him like that again, and he might actually kill you. Sorry, instincts again. I didn't mean to scare you. It's fine. I'm kind of getting used to the idea of everything can and might kill me around here. That form is called our vile blood form. It's when we get drunk on blood and become so unhinged that we abandon our humanity. No longer capable of reason or intelligible speech, just a madman trying to get his next fill. Are you going mad? I don't know, maybe. I'm really trying to not fuck shit up, man. And your scent really isn't helping. Your blood is different. Maybe, probably because you're not from this world, but it still is fucking divine. If I could just take one more bite. Thane leaned in, his breath hot on your neck as he took one swift lick. Whoa! You waited for the pain to come, for the feel of his sharp fangs breaking your skin, only it never came. Instead, drips of ashen blood hit you, as Thane bit into his own hand once again. Go back to the dorms, Palmier. I can't be around you right now, he mumbled before licking away his own blood. Alright. Are you gonna be okay, Thane? I have to be. Alright. You went back to the dorms, taking a long bath before crashing back to bed. Fighting off the ominous dread in your stomach, you finally lulled yourself into deep sleep.
1 hour later.
Wait. Whoa. Thane grabbed you by the wrist, startling you. Okay. Actually, Palmier, with the vamp visit getting closer and closer, and the fact we didn't find any other cure for my ailment, I was wondering if you finally had decided to bond with me or not. Oh, make whatever choice you see fit. We'll give you some privacy. What? But I need to see. Ow! That shell grabbed Quill by the ear and dragged him away. Minutes passed as both you and Thane didn't know where to look, avoiding each other's gaze. A deep crimson blush formed on Thane's cheek. If we do bond, does that mean you'll come with me to my world? He's gonna have to. Definitely. I don't take this bonding business lightly, you know. I would be your beloved and you'll be mine, and mine alone. Oh, so I guess that means bonding with the others is instantly out. I would have wanted our bonding to be for, well, less fucked up reasons, but even so. If you would give me the honor to be with you, one body and soul for all eternity, then I will vow to make you the happiest person in this world, and yours until our souls return to Elysium or Inferno. Oh my gosh. And if I say no, why would you say that? Then I would need your permission to take Fia's hand instead. Though I would probably treat her more like a sister than a mate. Your sister's cute and all, but I just can't see her that way. Sorry. I see. Well, We accepting the bond. I'd rather you have me than her. Oh, thank Cor. I was so worried you'd say no. Thane intertwined his fingers with yours. A sheepish smile crept on his face before he leaned in for a kiss. Oh, you let him. It was soft and gentle, a contrast to his fangs bumping with your teeth. He licked and pulled at your lower lip, his fingers dancing in your hair and pressing you deeper into the kiss. When you pulled away, you could practically hear his heartbeat sing, his eyes turning crimson once more. Only this time, it wasn't hunger you saw. It was pure... Is that it? Bonding? No, that's just me wanting to kiss you. For the bonding, well, we better move to my room for that. I don't think Quill would appreciate his house being smeared with blood and other bodily fluids. Whoa! Your face heated up at the mention of other bodily fluids. I mean sweat and maybe drool because your blood makes me salivate a lot. I don't mean, well, you know. Yeah. You nodded as you took Thane's hand, leading you to his room. Oh, I skipped, gosh dang. To his room. You admitted that you wouldn't mind if Thane sucked more than just your blood tonight. But perhaps that was just your libido talking. It had been a while since you last been with someone after all. If things do heat up, I don't think I would mind it much. Thane fidgeted as you entered his room. Both of you knew what was gonna happen tonight. Oh, we do? Well, maybe more him than you, but still, tonight would be your wedding night. Oh, okay. And it didn't occur to you until now just how fucked up that is. I'm about to bond myself forever to a vampire from another world. What the fuck am I doing? Well, we doing it. Yeah, that's kind of exactly what I was thinking and why I didn't initially do it. Javier. Thane tucked a bit of your hair behind your ear, his fingers trembling slightly. We don't have to do this if you don't want to. I can hear your heart racing. Thane, I don't think you can act cool saying that with your fangs out and drool oozing down your chin. Thane wiped away his spit and blushed as he turned his head away from you. Sorry, I'm nervous doesn't even cover how I feel right now. Hey, it's okay, believe me. I'm a nervous wreck too, but I won't lie. I'm also a bit excited about this. It's not every day you get soul bonded, right? You know, it's only once in an entire lifetime for my kind. And there's no divorce procedure or anything. We'll be together forever. Until the end of time and forevermore. Oh my gosh. Thane kissed your palm before licking it with the back of his tongue. What the... Oh! That tickles. Only that? I'm not doing a good job of seducing you then. Oh my gosh! Thane laughed, a blush forming on his cheeks as he gently took your school blazer off and unbuttoned you bit by bit, exposing your long white neck before planting a small kiss on it. Your heart raced in anticipation. You're gonna bite me now? Not yet. Can you lay on the bed? I think you'll be more comfortable that way. On all fours, please. Oh, all fours! Not the first time I've heard that! You did as you were told, ass up in the air as they shuffled behind you. Oh my gosh! Thane! Also not the first time I've heard that. A second passed, then two. You heard Thane undress himself as you focused your gaze on the headboard, too nervous to look at Thane in the eye. Then you felt his long fingers running down your spine before hovering right over your waistband. Thane? Oh. Thane holding you close as you felt warm droplets of blood run down your neck. Before you could utter another word, Thane bit his tongue until dark crimson patches of blood pooled on his lips. Then he kissed you. No, devoured you. Strong metallic sensations filled your mouth. He tilted your head back as you gulped down the coppery, ashy liquid. I can feel you, he whispered. Right as you felt him too, the thrum of your heart beat against his palm, Thane's lust and self-restraint, his nervousness. I can feel you, your emotions, your heartbeat. We're connected now, forever. Oh, how romantic. Thane. Thane's grip loosened as he started to move away from you. A feeling of guilt started to rise within you. Guilt emanating from your vampiric counterpart, not you. Stop. Pommy? I can feel your guilt rising within me. I feel like I'm using you and... What? I don't regret this, not one bit. You're not using me either. Although... Oh! As Thane's guilt subsided, something else started to build up inside you. A familiar sensation you had, an itch you hadn't been able to scratch since coming here all those weeks ago. Thane moaned as you deliberately gyrated your hips, rubbing yourself against Thane's groin with repeated thrusts. Pommier, what are you? I don't mind if you use me, at least by some other means. Pommier, you don't know what you're asking for. Sex right after bonding? I'll destroy you. Ooh! Destroy? Good. He said good. You leaned in again, feeling something starting to push back, poking right into your... Thane laughed, a hearty, mocking tone of a laugh, as you could feel something in him snap. You're one reckless motherfucker, Pommier. Oh my gosh. I fucking love that about you. Ow! You wince as Thane went in for another bite before shoving you into the bed, stripping away all his clothes with a gruff. Oh! Thane ripped your clothes to shreds in a single pull, and you could only stare wide-eyed as he started to look at your bite marks. Oh my. Ooh! Shards of pain slicing through waves of pleasure. That hurts. Do you like it? I'm pretty sure he does. You already know the answer to that. Yes, but I want to hear it. Even with our bond filling in the blanks, I still want to hear your voice. Ooh! To hear how much you want. Oh. Want me? Ooh! Don't hold back your moans, your whimpers, wants and needs. I want to hear it all. If you, you'll have to use that pretty mouth of yours and beg for it. Whoa! You feel secondhand embarrassment from his words. Was he always this much of a demanding lover? Well, you wouldn't know. Beside your own feelings, you could also feel a new emotion growing inside Thane. Satisfaction, joy. You're enjoying this. Do you have a degrading kink? You sadist. You should be able to feel the answer to that. Not like you don't enjoy it too. Now. Legs tangled, arms looped around the waist, a neck, moans filled the room as your knotted limbs cover every inch of the bed. Oh, that was a nice sound. Let's find out what other voices you can make tonight! You spent the rest of the night with Thane, your pleasure and his blending into one, amplifying the other. His smiling face was the last thing you saw before you drifted off to sleep. Oh, that's so cute. Slow and steady breaths comforting you as you drove into a familiar dark abyss. Had Ivar. Gosh damn. Oh, though you did feel a bit hot as a familiar redhead could be seen gazing at you longingly. Aw, gently caressing away the loose strands of hair on your face. You placed a small kiss on his lips. You could still taste yourself on him. Whoa. Your essence mixed with the strong metallic taste of blood. Wow, it tastes horrible. I think you taste divine in more ways than one. Ooh. A wide cheeky grin was plastered on his face before he leaned in for another kiss. Feel better? Loads. I feel in control again. Human, or close to it at least. I can never thank you enough for this, Pommier. I owe you my life. I'm just glad we bonded before any of those Vortec officials came. About that, look, I didn't want to freak you out, but... What? Turn around and look out the window. You put on the shirt for modesty's sake and opened your bedside window. Looking up, you could see it. What the... 5, no, dozens of dragon-like creatures descended on the campus. 3 of them were mounted, the riders covered in white and gold. They bore resemblance to your combat teacher. Filebloods? And the high priestess herself. They're early. Shit. Your stomach lurched at the sight, fearing the worst. Yet another emotion crept up on you. One longing and deep sadness. It confused you for a while until you remembered that one of those creatures was Thane's mother. Dang. Thane only nodded. He could probably feel your waves of sympathy washing over him. Yeah, shit. We weren't expecting you today. Oh. Vilkova, is that you? I can barely recognize you without the smell of blood on your skin. Wow. My, what a lovely source of cattle you have here. All young and ripe for the taking. I can't imagine how hard it must be to just not sink your teeth in. The high vampire priestess started to sniff out the air, whipped her head around as she focused on one of the students. I believe I tasted your father recently. Ah! Such a sweet flavor. Certainly one of my favorites. Prishka started to reach out to Prim as she backed away in fear. The mention of Prim's father shocked you a bit, as you were hoping he got away from the vamps. I suppose there's no such luck. Pretty little thing. I'm sure your blood is just as sweet. Won't you be a dear and replace him? Prishka's eyes started to glow as Prim started to walk absent-mindedly into her reach. Whoa! However, just as she was about to grab Prim's hand, Kepler yanked Prim to his side, snapping her out of whatever trance the vampire priestess put her under. Keep your hands off my students. It's against the law. Oh, but I thought you were lenient on such laws. After all, you did allow a student to bypass them. Ooh. It's not like that. It was an accident. An accident that left 3 students hospitalized. Now, where is the little troublemaker? Shouldn't you show yourself already? After all, I even went through all the trouble of bringing your mother. One of Prishka's underlings fiddled with a red metallic orb in her hand, something similar to an incense ball. You couldn't smell anything noticeable from the thing, but whatever was in there seemed to have an effect on the winged creatures behind her. Oh, a particularly small yet feral-looking dragon seemed to be utterly enchanted by the ball, answering to a sweet allure. Your stomach churned at the sight, and there was a small pang of sadness in your heart, yet you weren't exactly sure why. It wasn't until you saw Thane walking towards the beast that you understood. It wasn't your emotions you were feeling, it was Thane's. A gut-wrenching feeling of guilt, sadness, and despair filled you as Thane carefully approached the beast and stared at it with tearful eyes. Hey, Mom. That's his mother? Holy shit, it's a vile blood. Will Thane be transformed too? You heard the other students whispering to each other. Thane seemed ignorant of it all, too engrossed by his mother's overwhelming presence. Prishka and the other vampires snickered as Thane's mother seemed to be more interested in the ball cradled in Prishka's hand compared to her own son. Oh, did you hear that, Tama? He still calls you Mom. Let's bring him back to reality, shall we? Prishka threw the ball in the beast's mouth. The beast started to shift violently as bones started to crack and wings violently retract. As the dragon vampire began to look humanoid, 2 white-robed vampires draped the creature in a nun's habit. Oh my gosh. And then finally, a slim, obscenely tall, red-headed woman came into view. She had too many mouths and too many fangs on her to be considered a human or vampire. And yet you could still see the resemblance between her and Thane. Even in this mockery of humanoid state, she was clearly Thane's mother. The sight was clearly too much for Thane, as he violently turned his head around, avoiding it altogether. Tears began to rain down his cheeks. He could barely keep it together. Can't stomach the sight of your own mother. What a horrible son you are. After all she's done for you, sacrificing her own humanity just to spare you from the sweet kiss of death. Tell me, oh wayward lamb, was it worth it? I'm not sure what to do here. You try and send your comforting waves of calmness through your bond, easing Thane's hammering heartbeat. Unfortunately, though, your focus was cut short as the fire started to blaze through the High Priestess' cape. It startled the High Priestess, and 2 of her lackeys scrambled to put it out. Thane smiled as he could see both Quill and Arshil twirling their fingers, whistling not too innocently. Oh my gosh. You'll pay for this. I'll be sure to enjoy the sight of you losing your senses just like your mother did. And on what grounds do you have permission to do that? No longer patient enough to stand idly by, you strode across the crowd and wrapped your hands around Thane's waist. The vampire officials clearly were taken aback by your gesture. They eyed you with disdain, calculating. Because as far as I know, the only reason you were eager to turn him into a vile blow was because he was unbonded. Well, here he is, bonded to me. You're his mate? And what if I am? Newly bonded, aren't you? I can still smell the remains of your coupling. And also your oddly enchanting blood. Ooh, what is that scent? You smell absolutely divine. Ooh! Stay away from my mate. Yeah! Thane growled as Prishka was growing obvious interest in your blood. He bared his fangs and Prishka hissed in return. Thane has bonded himself to another. He can no longer feed on anyone else other than his bond mate. You stated that the Empire would let him go as long as he could fulfill those terms. The deed has been done. There will be no blood tainting, no turning Thane into vile blood. Just take your vile bloods and go. Prishka scowled, but she kept her grounds, straightening her back as she looked down at Vilkova. Such bite from a blood knight he lost her fangs, but those were the prince's terms. And unlike you, we shall honor his words without fault. Thane, once again, our merciful prince has given you reprieve. Do remember not to spoil his compassion. I hope you realize how lucky you are, child. We'll be taking our leave now. Wait, that's it? You're just gonna leave? You aren't gonna invade the campus with your vile bloods or something? Do not flatter yourself. This fleet of vile bloods aren't for you, young Thane. They are for our princess intended. His intended? Prishka ignored Vilkova entirely. But one of the blood knights seemed eager to answer as she turned to face Vilkova. Prince Alex's soulmate, Mark, has manifested. His intended seems to be either a fairy or a siren, and is to be killed on sight. We must not take any risk of the meeting. Our princess' immortality must be preserved. I do not recall giving you permission to speak. Oh, my apologies, my liege. So the Empire sent you to embark on a murder spree. Typical. Please feel free to join us, Volkova. From what I see, your little witch hunting school is running on borrowed time. Ooh! Your master met his untimely demise, didn't he? Shame. I always wonder what he tasted like. Old and feeble as he is, he did slay the Witch of Despair for us all those decades ago. Farewell, High Priestess Prishka. Okay. Eat shit. Whoa! Did you kiss your mother with that mouth? With a final smirk, Prishka flew up into the sky. Strong winds blew at her face as the vile bloods made their way to the next destination. Both Arshim and Quill made their way towards you, and Thane as Vilkova dismissed the crowd of students. I know you're not alright, but how are you coping, Thane? I'll be okay. Good, if you need anything, just let us know. We're here for you either way. I know, thanks for looking out for me, especially you, Palmier. I'm really glad you're here. Hey, that's what mates are for, right? God, it still sounds so surreal. How little Thane is all grown up and stole the love of Arshim's life. Talk about being a cockblock. This Palmier is not our Palmier, Quill. Also, must you be so crass? Where's the inkwell class you're so proud of? Oh, this is me showing some class, Arshy-washy. If I was being a true degenerate, I would have asked how it felt getting railed by... Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there, you little gremlin. But for the record, the sex made it to my top 10. Ah! Stop! Great! Wait, what do you mean only top 10? Oh gosh, hey, it gets better with time.
A few moments later.
Thane, are you okay? Why wouldn't I be? I mean, you just saw your mother again and her in that form, isn't that traumatizing? Yeah. But what else is new? It's okay, Palmier. I mean, I'm not okay, far from it. But I get to see Mom. as twisted and deformed as she is now, she's alive, and that's all I can ask for, really. What else can I do? Sadness was rising within you again, along with dread, frustration, anger. All of them were Thane's emotions, not yours. It was unhealthy for him to keep them hidden like this. You felt like you were about to burst. And so you did, sobbing like a lost child as you hit your face in Thane's shoulder. Hey, you okay? You should be asking yourself that, you idiot. Thane, I can feel everything. Your sorrow, your guilt, your rage. Please, you don't have to hide it anymore. At least not from me. Oh, Palmier. Thane hugged you close, kissing your hair as your tears wet his shoulders. You buried your head in his chest as he soothed you with gentle strokes on your back. I'm sorry, I don't want to talk about it right now. Not today, but one day when I'm ready, I'll spill it all, okay? Can't you just talk to me now? Whoa! It's not that easy. I never really had a shoulder to cry on, or in this case, someone crying in my stead, but one day, Palmier. One day, so please stop crying. No, I'm crying your share, you stupid, grinning idiot. If you can't cry out your sorrows, then I will. Oh, you tighten your hold on Thane's waist as you cried even louder, your sobs echoing around you. Oh my gosh. Thane only smiled as you completely let go, relief passing through your bond with every single teardrop. Kissing away your tears, Thane mumbled thank yous and I love yous as he shed a single tear. Oh. You waded towards Thane, who was still lost in thought. Small white bumps marred in his otherwise perfect honey-toned skin. Lost in thought? Palmier, oh, you scared me. Didn't think that was possible with the bond. How come I didn't sense you? Probably because you feel like a black abyss. Are you alright? Your emotions seem a little numb. What are you thinking about? Oh, it's stupid, really. Nothing you should be concerned about. And yet, here I am, still concerned, so... Yeah, well, I was thinking about my mom. I know I said I didn't want to talk about it last time, but that doesn't mean that I haven't stopped thinking about her. Her still under the Empire's control, wrapped under that snooty High Priestess finger. I know I should let it go. There's no reversing the blood-tainting process. She'll be a Violet until the end of her days, but still a part of me wanted for you to meet her, the real her, not that tainted form of hers. I think she would have loved you. Mom always said troublemakers make the best companions. Well, you want to tell me about her? About my mom? Well, what's there to say, really? I don't know. What was she like? What was your thing with her? Your mother and son bonding moment? She was strong and unbelievably bossy. Centuries of being a commander does that to you. She used to call me her little miracle because she never planned on having me. She had a few miscarriages before and never expected to conceive again. But then one day, my dad took her to one romantic date in the Vienna Inn, and ta-da! Here I am. She taught me how to fight, how to hold a sword, how to protect the weak, and how to bow to the Empire without losing myself. Meanwhile, Dad was a typical trophy husband. Handsome man. At least from what I remember. He died when I was 4. Oh, sorry. That's alright. He died a natural death. Oh, okay. Meaning the king wanted him in his bed and he rejected, so a stake was driven through his heart. Oh, dang. Don't give me that look. It's better than what my mother went through, at least. Yikes. You see, I was supposed to be Prince Alex's personal blood knight? He's a sucker for looks. And he's a few years younger than me, so he handpicked me himself. He is? What? I wanted to make my mom proud, so I said yes, but he didn't tell me that I had to train an innocent stranger to actually continue with it. He told me to kill a 6-year-old. Can you imagine? A fucking pigtailed 6-year-old with sun-kissed freckles and large blue eyes. All right in front of her mother, a favorite positive blood bag he sometimes passed around in his inner circle. I used to watch that woman smiling obediently as she got thrown from one vamp to the next, never complaining, not even a single sign of contempt. But when they brought her daughter for me to kill, she screamed, a gut-wrenching, baser instinct kind of thing. I couldn't do it, and my mother had to pay the price for it. Oh. The punishment for defiance against the monarch's order is death, but she protested and bargained for exile instead, at the cost of her humanity. Sometimes I regret rejecting Alex. If I had the heart to kill, then at least my mother would be... Don't. You honor your mother by being the man she raised, a kind and gentle man who grins with too many teeth. Hey, I'm proud of these chompers, the finest pearly whites in all of Ignia. I bet. Thanks, Palmier. It's been a while since I decided to remember. It's nice to reminisce on the good parts. I like to believe there are always some pleasures in misery, or at least something you can try to enjoy. Now you just sound masochistic. I am a little bit, but point is, you shouldn't just focus on your pain. The past shapes you to be you. And I don't know about you, but I like the man you come to be. I think that's the nicest thing anyone has ever said to me. You firmly held Thane's hand, your fingers interlocking with each other. He relaxed under your touch, his dread and regret seemingly dissipating away. Maybe all he needed was someone to say that he did the right thing. Oh, darlings, I do hate to ruin such a touching moment. But I believe our little carefree summer day has come to an end.
5 minutes later.
Thane took you to the bookshop. A tower of books were stacked in his left hand. You were impressed, but also very confused on the man's sudden need to read. He's studying up on something? We don't have an exam or something coming up, right? No, don't worry about it. These are just personal research stuff. Research? You took one book from Thane's tall stack. It had the title Vampire Bonds, Kink or True Love. Thane snatched it away from you. Shh, no need to be so loud. This is private. A spark of rage and tinge of embarrassment coursed through you. Meanwhile, Thane's own face contorted in understanding, maybe sensing your lack of knowledge. It's about our bond, right? Shouldn't I be involved? I mean, you're not wrong, but I wanted to look cool and explain things to you. It's kind of embarrassing not knowing much about my own species and culture. Soul bonding is a private affair, and you know, the birds and bees kind of talk you have for your folks. The awkward sex talk that makes you want to curl up and die? Yeah, I'm familiar with it. Yeah, well, I'm not. I had to learn most of the stuff through books. I know the basics, but I'm not sure how it works in the long run. Soul bonds not only vary from species to species, but even between bonds, the strength and intricacies would differ. I heard some soul bonds between my kind could cause the participants to exchange memories and share visions, while some others could develop telepathic communication. You tilted your head and tried to share a memory. Thane tilted his head, mirroring you. You follow him too. Soon both of you tilted left and right, back and forth, mirroring each other. It was as if you were playing. Bye! I think I'm getting dizzy. Ditto. Maybe that wasn't the best of ideas. Try telepathy. You squinted, trying to channel your thoughts towards Thane. Can you hear me? I can, but only because you're mouthing your thoughts again. Palmier! Damn it. Don't be embarrassed. I love it when you do that. It's cute. That's so ridiculous. After Thane made his purchase, you both headed out to the streets and smelled the alluring scent of bacon. Man, that smells good. What's cooking? Oh, that would be me. Huh? You look to your right and notice Thane's hands blistering, red splotches forming on his exposed wrist. Dang, your hand! Chill. It'll get like that sometimes. Heat wave. What do you mean chill? You're literally cooking right now. Do you have a potion? I think the grocery store has an umbrella. Palmier, I'm fine. Thane pulled you both towards the shade. Within seconds, the blisters and burn marks around Thane's hand started to disappear. See? All good. Thanks for worrying about me, though. You look like you were gonna shit yourself for a second there. I thought my husband was gonna die. Of course I freaked out, you ass. Also, how come you don't bring an umbrella 24/7 or something? Doesn't that hurt? You get used to the pain. Besides, I've experienced worse things in Vortec. An overwhelming sense of anguish rushed through you, something you felt before. When Thane reunited with his mother, it was weird. Thane's feelings never really matched his expression. Now that the two of you had bonded, you often felt a clash between his smiling face and the deep melancholy lurking below. It was as if his grin matched the mask Miss Vilkova and the other Blood Knights wore. That's strangely poetic, Palmier. You ever think of getting into writing? Wait, you can hear that? You're mumbling your thoughts out loud again. Again! Oh my gosh! Oh. Anyway, I'll be alright. I've come to terms with my mother's condition now. There's not much that can be done, and I accept that. The best way to honor her sacrifice is to live happy and well. Not an easy feat, but I try. Why do you think I smile so much? Aw, because you're happy? Not all the time. Apparently our Shim can tell the difference. He says I smile with my mouth, not my eyes. Can you see it? Thane flashed you a toothy smile. Upon further inspection, you thought you understood what Arshin was getting at. That smile didn't reach his eyes. The makeup helps make it seem like my eyes crinkle when they really don't. You're right, I never noticed that before. Huh. Good, that's the whole point. But don't worry. I ain't as moody as Arshim or as emo as this world's Palmier. And since you came around, I do have a spring in my step. It's just that, well, exile was rough. I still remember my banishment like it was yesterday. I was naked, stripped bare, my body battered and covered in blood from 100 lashes. The wounds healed, but they didn't let me clean up the blood. My mother, and now a vile blood lifted me in her claws and flown me to the church gates. I was thrown to their doorstep like trash. Even one of my fangs popped out after I hit their steel door handle. My own ashy blood dripped down my chin. I bet I made a pretty effed up sight. Believe it or not, Ignea's the most lenient nation when it comes to different species. They're the only other land that accepts vampire residents outside my home continent. But even as a ward of the state, I could smell their fear. Their prejudice. Same goes at school. Everyone was so scared of me at first. I couldn't even breathe without someone screaming in fear. Sure, it was funny for a while, but it got old real fast. I mean, the first few months were on me, I guess. I was pissed and that resentment definitely was evident on my face. Next few months, I eased up and tried to smile. I don't know, I thought if I pretended to be happy, then maybe one day I would be. Or at least the other kids wouldn't be scared shitless anymore. Did it work? It worked. People stopped walking on eggshells around me, and gradually people started to approach me more. There was this one weirdo who stood out though. I never smelt even a single ounce of fear from him. Palmier? Yep, Palmier. Both versions of you. Actually, you and that manipulative motherfucker. Yeah, because I don't know if I might include that part, but Thane said he used to have a crush on Palmier when he first got here, and I thought that was really cute. Even though it was the other Palmier who was talking about, but still. That's why I couldn't tell you apart at first. Neither of you fear me. You were panicking, overwhelmed, but I never smelt fear. Really? I mean, you never once suspected my shady ass? Well, you were acting shady, but so was he on a daily basis. But I did notice one huge difference though. Your smile. And when Palmier smiled, it was like the moon, projecting the sun but not emitting its own light. A reflection. A dead, lifeless thing which mirrors the brightness around them. When you smile, it's like the sun. Warm. Bright. Of course, sometimes it's almost like I can see tiny flowers coming out of you. It's beautiful. You're beautiful. I'm so lucky to be bonded to you, Palmier. Aw, Thane. A weird mix of emotions swirled within you. Pity for Thane's past, pride for him not letting grief and anger get the best of him. Joy from your current situation, peace from being bonded, for being loved. Oh shit, sorry, I sneaked an I love you in there, didn't I? Did you? I didn't mean to scare you like that. It's too soon, isn't it? You already said you loved me like a couple days ago. Like, I know you was whispering it, but I heard you, sir. No, never apologize for your feelings, Thane. Especially not with me. I don't know if what I'm feeling right now with you is love, but I know that I like you, Thane. And I am lucky to have you as a soul bond. Thanks, Palmier. That means a lot. As Thane's forehead leaned against yours. Oh, you felt the urge to close the gap between you two. You inched forward, hoping to steal a kiss. However, before you could do so, you heard the gruff sound of someone clearing their throat. Ahem. Sorry, Thane, Palmier, but the missus and I think you should maybe take this elsewhere. In your bedroom, perhaps. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Mr. J. We'll be heading to my room, right? You didn't need to say that part, right, Palmier? A sudden surge of lust rushed through your groin. Wow, both his and your own. You almost boiled over from the sheer intensity of it all. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Oh no. Oh, come now, Palmier. Thane slung your arm over his shoulder and whispered dangerously close to your ear. If your hips give out now, then how are you gonna last for the next part? The next part? Of course. Ooh! You didn't think we're done studying our bond, did you? Ooh. This is not studying! What do you mean? I'm learning more than I have from 2 years of potion class. Oh Lord. With a vigorous snap of his hips, Thane started to thrust himself deeper into you. His pounding into your body as gravity did you no favor. Your body meeting his rapid thrust whether you wanted to or not. See, I know when I thrust right into the spot right here, you start clenching like crazy. We shouldn't do this here, Mr. Wait, we're in the library! Wait, where are we? No, don't worry. I'm sure he's off with Vilkov somewhere. Wait, we're in the library! This is crazy! We didn't even go to, oh my gosh! We didn't even go to your room! Every time you were slipping downwards, Thane pushed you up with his and shoved it in nice and deep. The sensation of him pulling in and out of your was with such force made it impossible for you to hide your wonton moans. Oh my gosh. It's a miracle no one caught on to you yet. Were you screaming out like a bitch in heat as is? Oh my god! Oh my gosh, he said you're my little bitch in heat though? Thane adds, the bond sinking between you two as he caught your surface thoughts among the haze of pleasure. And don't worry, the library's pretty empty at this time. Why in the library though? You're crazy, bro. This is crazy. But even if they do hear, so what? We're bonded. Mating's what we're supposed to do. But in public? Especially in the library, Kepler would be so pissed. He would be so mad. But not in public, right? You yelled, Thane. Thane chuckling as your broken voice spurred him further on. You know, back in Vortec, matings between newlyweds were done in front of an audience. What? Hundreds of guests getting off as the couple ravaged each other's bodies. Okay, well, we don't do that here. You would have been such a fucking feast for eyes. I'm sure the entire vampire court would have in seconds. Oh my gosh, that the mere sight if you spread on my aching peen. As embarrassing as it is, you can't help but clench tighter at his words. You always did like a little exhibitionism now and then. It looks like someone's getting excited. Oh my gosh. It's like your ass is trying to gobble me up a hole, and I wouldn't want to leave it hungry. Not after how well you fed me. Wow. So, is this your twisted way of fattening me up? With my belly round and plump with your wow. Thane stilled for a moment. The mention of your stomach round and heavy with his seat seemed to have awakened something primal within him. Whoa. Oh. It expanded and throbbing like crazy. I was as if it's clawing at your insides, demanding more. Whoa, why are you bigger? Do you have a breeding kink or something? We're bonded. You should know the answer to that, sweet Palmier. Pace quickened once more. The mix of emotions between you two is overwhelming. You can't differentiate whose pleasure is whose anymore. It's a blur of blinding ecstasy. You have to admit, it's a sign to think about, isn't it? How is that gonna... Can penis users have babies here? You plumping around with my bundles of joy, little vamps nipping your insides as I feed you my blood. Wow, okay. Your blood? Little vamplings need the blood of both parents to survive. Imagine, Palmyra, our mornings together, me biting both our lips as we exchange blood, my tongue licking the roof of your mouth, shoving all the nutrients inside you, and at night I'll feed your other greedy hole with my... Maybe have it plugged until we get another flock of our brood into you. Whoa, what? Your lips curled at the absurdity of it all. You might want to brush up on biology, Thane. I can't conceive babies. Maybe not, but making them is the fun part, isn't it? You can't remember how long you were left in that position. Thane buried to the hilt inside. Your whole reduced to a sloppy hot mess as his pre-juices coat every nook inside of you, making him slide in it much faster. It wasn't long until you passed out like that. And you slumped over the bookshelves, fucked to exhaustion. In and out of consciousness, you heard a low chuckle as you could feel something warmly coating your inner walls. Poor little Palmier, we really need to work on your stamina. If you came in last an hour, then how are we supposed to make it till sunrise? Oh Lord, sunrise! My gosh, when you came to, your body was clean and you were neatly dressed. From one of the doors inside the library, you can hear Mr. Kepler screeching like a banshee. Let's escape while you can. Oh my gosh. Okay, now I believe this should be like the last date with Thane. Taking a look at the lion statue, you notice that you've been here before. It was the same spot you found Thane that day during the Jellyfish festival. Memories, right? It's my favorite spot to come sulk, you know. Only a sulk? Well, sulk and eat. The pigeons are really plump and fat here. Sometimes the folks around here let me kill one and suck its blood. Ew. Hey, food is food. Better than rats. I guess pigeons are the rats of the sky. Alright? Anyway, I did get in trouble though once. One pigeon I ate turned out to be some girl's pet. Luckily she was young, so I pointed at a different pigeon and she let it go. I did feel bad though, so I sometimes come here and feed the guys. As Thane said that, he brought out a bag of breadcrumbs. He scattered it around the pigeons and started to flock your way. Dozens of pigeons started to swarm beneath your feet. When the crumbs were gone, they pecked at Thane, demanding more. Hungry little fellas, aren't they? Yep. Sometimes when I'm really bored, I just cover myself in breadcrumbs and lie on the ground. It's kind of fun. Doesn't that hurt? I mean, I healed pretty quickly, so it's no biggie. Of course, I'd be happier if it were cats rubbing themselves all around me, but cats are afraid of vamps. They think of us as predators, hence the innate fear. I thought you had a cat? I do. I love the little dude, but that doesn't mean he loves me back. I always wanted a cat though. They're forbidden in Vortec. If you see one, it's bound to be food. It's kind of sad. So when I got out of Vortec, I knew that having a cat was at the top of my bucket list. Too bad I can't bring Sir Claw-Lot to campus. Oh, your white cat, right? Where is he anyway? Pet shelter. I paid to have him there during school terms. Sucked my wallet dry, but it's worth it. Sometimes I fly over there and visit him. I miss him. Just as Thane rambled about his cat, a small orange tabby cat approached Thane and started sniffing his hands. Oh, look at this little orange baby. Hi, buddy. The cat seemed to like Thane as he started to lick his fingers affectionately and nuzzle his palm. Do you see this, Palmier? Do you see this? The cat has never done this to me before. He's licking me. Oh, it feels awful. Your tongue is like sandpaper, but you're so cute, so I'll let you. Come here, baby. No, drop my cat now. Just as Thane started to lift the cat to his lap, you saw a woman in her 40s sprinting towards you. Her face red with rage, and her knuckles were bone white. She was ready to blow any second now. Priscilla, get away from that filthy leech. The woman snatched the orange tabby from Thane's arms, clutching to it so hard that the cat started to claw and hiss in anger. Hey, you shouldn't be rough with her like that. Why do you care? I bet you're trying to drain her, weren't you? Leech! Leech! Why do we even let vampires in here? I need to call the police. The police? Lady, I'm just here minding my damn business. Stand up! Listen, lady, I don't know what your problem is, but we did nothing to your cat. Also, you really want to mess with us? We literally kill people for a living. Oh my gosh. You kill witches, not people. So, it takes the same runes, probably less effort. You're crazy. The woman ran away before you could get in another word. Well, that's one way to deal with things. I'm not sure if threats were the best way to go about it. Yeah, that was crazy. A crazy thing to say. Come on. You really want to talk to us like that when we kill people for a living? Like, whoa. Man, people like her won't listen to reason. Trust me. I've dealt with plenty of people like her back where I'm from. Anyway, let's not let her ruin the mood. Let's go to the shops and find some cat food. Cat food? What, you saw those birds flocking around you with some breadcrumbs? Don't you think the same principle applies with cats? Oh, you're a genius. You got some solid cat food and started to spread it around you. You were soon smothered with cats. Lying on your stomach, nibbling on your ear, waving their butts at your face. They were everywhere. Thane looked absolutely thrilled. I'm in Elysium. You're all so fluffy and cute and chunk. Ah! Easy now. You scared the cats away. Right. Sorry, my bad, kitties. I wish we could do this all the time. You can in my world. We have cat and dog cafes there. Cat cafes? Cafes where you can play with cats for an hour or two as long as you pay. What? I can't wait to go. Your world sounds so amazing, Palmier. No witches. Cat cafes. No prejudice. Easy on the last part. It does exist, but it's against your skin, not your species. Which, now that I'm listening to myself, it does sound even worse. Maybe. Still, we'll take care of each other, won't we? You know, I really appreciate how you stood up for me back there. Want me to show you how much? Ooh! By all means! Oh my! Lead the way! I thought you were taking me back to the doors again in public? Yo, Thane! Oh my gosh! Your voice vibrated as Thane jackhammered his hips in a rapid staccato. Wait! Your ass making obscenely loud slapping sounds whenever it met Thane's groin. I never said that. I said I'll show you how much I appreciate you. Oh my gosh! The sooner the better, no? Someone might hear. Where? I guess we need to be quiet then, don't we? Thane changed his pace. Instead of a storm of movements, the vamp gently slid in and out, slowly pushing in inch after inch after inch. Every time he pushed the last couple of inches, you can't help but clench tightly around him. Oh! So soon? No, we can't have that. The day's still young. Oh. With his free hand, Thane gripped tightly around your weeping, pre-juices dripping down on a brickstone floor beneath you. Your peen twitched as you yearned for that release, but his strong hold on your preventing you from doing so. Oh my gosh, what? Why? You push back against Thane's groin, needing more of that friction. Yeah. Perhaps pitying you, Thane lessens his pressure on your prick, lovingly stroking it instead and playing with your tip. Then, just as you're about to, Thane tightened his grip around your base once more. Wow! Yet again, denying your relief. Whoa! It was maddening. You're so mean. Thane got me here begging! Please! You're so cute like this, Pamir. Look at you tearing up so beautifully for me. Oh my gosh. Let me see more of those pretty tears. You're being quite loud, Pamir. I'm sure the people around will hear you. The slap of skin against skin so loud, one might mistake it for a good shot. Oh no! Oh my gosh, I knew the kids were gonna hear. Mommy, what's that sound? Oh, I'm not sure, kiddo. You really bit your bottom lip. Thane doesn't relent. If anything, he quickened his already impressive pace and gripped your thing that much tighter. Fireworks started blurring your vision as you lose yourself in an overwhelming stimulation. It's a perfect cocktail of pain and pleasure. You should be worried more about tainting that kid's eyes. Can you hear those footsteps? Thane! You are so bad. They're coming this way, Thane. Stop! You scream this on your head, hoping the soulbond will carry your message through. Or you can play along with me like a little kid. And what do you mean play along? What? Come on, give me a slutty little me out. What? Oh, that is loud, isn't it? Sounds wet too. Is there so much leak? Definitely something leaking. You heard the footsteps getting closer once more. Now or never, Pamir. Oh my gosh, Thane! You heard the lady's footsteps stopping immediately at your one-time meows. At the same. Oh my gosh, the cat. The realization that the cat distribution system might have blessed the young child seemed to excite the kid further. I see right towards you. This is so. Thane, why do you do this? Why are you doing this? Why do you continue to do this? You feel your climax approaching, and apparently so did Thane as he finally lets go of your twitching, blah blah. You did climax while meowing like a cat, and he. No, you will not mention this ever again. Oh, let's not disturb the cats, baby. Do you? I think the mom figured out what was going on. Coming down from your high, Thane tugged on your once more, milking out any remaining. Whoa! When you look down, you can see Thane's spin leaking out of you, dripping to your pants on the floor. I hate you. Then hate me. But let me love you like the way you deserve to be loved. Thane escorting you back to the dorms. A shit-eating grin never leaving his face, and your legs shaking like a newborn. We got a boss fight incoming. I feel like that was the last date, wasn't it? We can view his parting event though. You and Thane walked down to the pier. It was a calming sight. The waters were as calm as ever. Do you remember that night you caught me here? Gnawing on fish, draining their blood like a madman. I still can't believe you wanted anything to do with me after that. Hey, I'm here, aren't I? It'll take more than a few fangs and some blood to scare me. I've noticed. You're incredible, you know that, Pamir? You defeated gods. Literal gods. I mean, technically they ended themselves. Still, you faced all pureblood witches and lived to tell the tale. I only really faced Io. Do you know what she showed me her dream? The first time we came to her lair, I mean? No, but I can guess how tempting they were. She showed me life with Fia in mind. It was a life with my parents for me. Both of them. And we weren't vampires either. We were human, normal, harmless humans. And it was my graduation day. My mom and dad never looked prouder. And they never will. It was hard to find a reason not to stay. I wanted to bask in that moment forever, but then I remembered you. You who bravely chased after me. Not just once, but twice. You who sees me as a man, not as a beast. Thank you for that. Seriously. I don't think I would be alive if it wasn't for you. My companion, my soul, my love. Thane. You know I've written to my mother about you. And that was technically a waste of paper. She can't even read, and I sent it to my old home address, which is probably just an empty shell now, but still. I've told her about you, about us, the person who saved my life, and who I love with all my heart. The person that I must leave her for, to finally honor her sacrifice, to live happy. I can't wait to start a new life with you in your world, Palmier. I swear I'll make you happy. I already am. But I wouldn't mind a more physical proof of that promise. Oh! Well, I wouldn't want you to doubt my promise. Oh my gosh. Why would you say that? You know he finna take you right here and now on the docks. Let me honor my word. I'd be surprised if he takes us back to the room. Does that taste good? He actually took us back to the room! Thane let out a low hum, and the vibrations gave you a nice tingling sensation around your member. A thought passes through your head with a voice that sounds exactly like Thane's. I can get addicted to this, the voice said. Ooh. Am I hearing his thoughts again? This is more convenient than I thought. I'm hearing you talk with your mouth stuffed with my... I'm sure we can have a lot of fun with that, can't we? I wish I could have done this with my old partners. Bro, Palmier, shut the fuck up. Thane arched one of his eyebrows at you as you can feel a tint of anger and jealousy coursing through you. Right! Tarnishing that electric tingle of overwhelmed lust. Just as you were about to calm him down, Thane hollowed his cheeks and grazed his fangs on your shaft. Whoa! Oh! Not the teeth! Thane! Don't mention other guys at a time like this. Oh, I'm sorry. Still not satisfied with your apology. Thane started to graze his teeth more and more. No, stop! Your prick pulsed at the odd sensation. A bit of fear ran through you as the vamp added more pressure. Whoa! You can't help but wince from the pain. I'm sorry. I said I'm sorry. Nothing but silence came from the bond. But you did see Thane's lips curling into a smile. Oh my gosh! A bit of amusement and curiosity coursed through you, though you remained wary at the man's shifting emotions. The Lord Jesus. Vampire bites can actually be pleasurable for some. We can secrete a special kind of venom laced around our fangs. What? I've been holding that venom back because someone needs to stay in control, and I wouldn't want to bleed you dry. But Thane bobs his head up and down as his throat convulsed, trying to swallow you in one big gulp. I think I need to remind you that no one can pleasure you like I can. Palmier! Okay! Pain. For a brief moment, that's all you felt as Thane's two sharp fangs pierced your dick. What the hell? His front row teeth locked you in place with no chance of escape. Pain and then pure unbridled ecstasy. Tiny fireworks sparked inside your closed eyes as your back arched towards Thane's mouth, seeking more of that undeniable pleasure. Semen mixed with warm blood dripped down your thighs. A sight that would probably frighten you in normal circumstances. But with Thane, all you can do is snap your hips upward just so you can feel more of that velvety mouth. I'm scared. That roaming tongue, and of course those sharp fangs digging on your prick. What? Minutes passed and Thane kept you kept on sucking your spit and blood. You're constantly in that high, never running dry. What's happening? Why am I still... What the hell? No, too much. You can't stop your body from trembling in ecstasy. Tears welled up in your eyes as he used your distraught condition to pierce his fangs deeper in. Oh my gosh. His cheek walls is snug around your shaft. His throat tightened as he enthusiastically sucked all of your spin and blood. Fill my stomach with your blood, Lord Jesus. I can't keep. You can and you will. I promise you will. Oh, what a loud pop. Thane finally lets go of your dripping, still leaking like a faucet, spurting out. Gosh dang, what did you do to me? Without hesitation, Thane kissed you on the mouth, and you can taste the bitterness of spunk laced with the iron tang of your blood. You swallow it all as you can feel the vamps rock hard. I always keep my promise, don't I, Pommier? Oh my god. Okay, I think that's it, y'all. So I hope that was very scary. I do. Very scary. Anyway, I hope this video was fun for you. I hope it was entertaining. I hope it was good background noise. Whatever it was for you, I hope it was positive. And I'll see you next video. Bye.